If you actually watched yesterday's stream,
yeah,
I gave NF his flowers. Now, here's the frustrating part about NF. I don't know if he's saying he's independent or not, but I reacted, and I was going to release my reaction to his music video. And it was, outside of the opening line, I thought it was amazing. I thought it was a good song. I thought it was good. And I couldn't because UMG, Universal Music Group, claimed it. So I couldn't even give this man his flowers. So just to be clear, I think Hope is very well done. I think it's awesome. Okay? But I do find it interesting that NF fans are turning on him. I don't know what percentage this represents, but this is happening in real time on Twitter, okay? So NF fans, y'all got to hold your man down. I think him talking about hope and having a kid and all this sort of stuff and juxtaposing these two images where he's wearing white and black in the music video. Again, we're not going to play any of the music video because I don't want no smoke with Universal Music Group as they're coming for us. NF, man, lift the freaking claim on the ID if you're watching this so I can react to your video and give you your flowers. I thought it was dope. I thought it was dope. Now, I hope he incorporates something about Jesus. I do hope he incorporates something about Jesus, and I hope he's back in church. That would be beautiful. But this thread is sad. This thread is sad. Mm-hmm. This says, which version, and pull up to the very top, which version of NF is your favorite? I would say the one on the right. I would say the one that's not depressed. I would say the one that's not angry. I would say the one that's trying to infuse some hope in a very dark time in America. Quite frankly, NF's new version, Hope, scares me.
Scares me.
Scares me.
Oh, jeez.
Most of us were drawn to the dark version of NF that spoke lots in our lives. The dark version of NF spoke lots in your life. What did he actually speak into your life if it was darkness? He didn't speak anything. It was just cathartic music, which my issue was, it's kind of whack that they launched cathartic dark music as a Christian artist. That was my beef with it from the beginning.
Yeah.
Not that he's a bad rapper. I've always said he's an awesome rapper. I said he was a dope rapper from the beginning. I said he's extremely talented. His producer's dope. They do a really good thing over there. Okay. That spoke lots in our lives. That reminds us of how it's actually okay to not be okay. But hope, hope may take that NF version away from us.
I pray not.
I pray not.
I pray NF just stays in darkness for us, for our consumption.
Because I want to feel cathartic.
I want NF to be depressed for me.
I want him to be mad.
I know he was depressed and angry for the last 3 or 4 albums, but that's not enough.
Progress, marriage, babies, kids. No.
I want an angry grandpa.
I want an angry NF. I want him to stay angry and depressed.
Someone replied, shouldn't we be happy and celebrate he's out of darkness? You're not meant to stay down forever. He wasn't down. He was strong wherever he was. I ain't saying that he is losing himself. No. But I hope that his Hope album shall have the usual dark we all love to hear. Oh, y'all love the darkness. That
sounds like the Bible.
That kind of sounds like human nature.
That sounds like Jesus. That sounds like what is that? Ephesians 2. That sounds like Romans 1.
Is that our flesh? We just
that
always
sounds
want
like
the darkness?
That sounds like your flesh. That sounds like you don't want to grow and evolve and become someone that is functional. You find the music cathartic and you're okay with staying depressed. This definitely sounds like misery loves company. And when someone connects with you emotionally in a cathartic way like this, it's hard to have like a rational conversation with them because you're like, hey man, like, do you think it's ethical that like they built this on the back of middle school Christian kids with music that was kind of void of Jesus while positioning it as a Christian artist? No, because I like NF and he makes me feel dark. Like, it's just, it's sad. And so I think this is the best thing ever. I think this is a massive W. Go up. He even changed the daggone picture on his thing. He's wearing white in his thing. This is amazing. This is good news, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope this leads to more overt proclamations of Jesus in the music. Okay, I hope hope isn't just, what was the opening line? Do what your heart felt. I hope it's not just do what your heart felt.
All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dark albums
Back to back to back to back to back.
since 2015.
I'm just happy he stopped painting his face like the Joker. I think this is huge, and I hope, and I'm praying two things. I'm praying, one, his audience sticks with him, his crowd sticks with him, okay, which I hope the majority will. And I'm also praying that he infuses a bit more overt declarations of Jesus in the new music. Him sounding like Eminem, whatever, like all that's, it's completely irrelevant to me, because at the end of the day, he has a massive audience. A majority of them probably at this point are not Christian, and he's taken him on this journey. And if he takes him to this place where there's hope and there's light and there's breakthrough, that's amazing. That's a massive W for NF and his fans.
That's a massive W.
So shout out to all the NF fans. Don't be mad at me. I'm just a guy on YouTube who does a little bit of rapping here or there, and
it is interesting though.
Jesus.
Like the music, hope in general, and from the lyrics that we listen to.
Yeah.
Even when they're fluffy, a little fluffinacious, there's still a feeling of personal responsibility that generally comes with a positive information.
You hopeful, uplifting music, that's a great point, will correlate to you saying, I can take on my life.
Yep.
And ultimately my life is a sum of the decisions I've made, and I can make things better.
Yes. And that personal responsibility might rub a lot of people wrong. Like all the people that just wanted to wallow in like, men are abused and we're just cast to the wayside of society, are now like their favorite rappers. Like, yeah, I make a lot of millions of dollars every year.
Yep.
Kind of get into a good spot spiritually, maybe.
Yeah. And kids will do that to you.
And they're like,
kids will do that to you.
yeah. And now the people that wanted to just wallow in sorrow and sadness and lack of responsibility,
which is trendy. I know you guys don't want to say it's not, but it is trendy. Like being like mental health and like, oh, like I have this thing. Like it is a trend. It is a social contagion.
Yeah.
Like they just released a thing. I think today the CDC released a thing that said like 57% of high school girls identify as depressed.
And yeah, wow, that's crazy.
That's crazy. That's really crazy. And so somebody said, being a fan of NF since the beginning, a lot of his music wasn't saying that he truly enjoys being depressed. If anything, that stopped in the Search album on numerous occasions, he would say he doesn't. Well, listen, no, let me make this point.
You got it.
If I am fat and I say I don't enjoy being fat, but all my art and my music complains about the fact that I'm fat, something isn't adding up here, guys. Okay? So you could say, I don't enjoy being fat. I don't want to be fat. But what's in your actions? So at some point I had to make a decision that I'm tired of being 30 pounds overweight. I got to do something about it. And I believed that I didn't have to remain fat, and I did something about it.
And so now all your fat music turns into, there's hope.
There's hope.
I lost weight.
I lost weight.
And so all the fat folk that have loved wallowing in the fatness of your music are like, man, he's changed. He doesn't get it.
Yeah, and it sounds like Gabe just hipped us and sounds like the album is dropping on Good Friday. I really hope he talks about Jesus on this album, especially if we're playing with dates like that.
Yeah.
I really hope you talk about Jesus, because Kanye did it before Jesus King, Good Friday, and it was like tongue-in-cheek, like, oh, we're Good Friday. It's in poor taste if there's not going to be any mentions of Jesus, the resurrection, on this album. I really hope he does it, And so, I don't know, that's all I'm saying. Like, if he wasn't, or if he didn't want to be depressed, well, buddy, you had to do something about it. You got to go to therapy. You got to go get help. You got to go get reevaluated. You got to change your sleeping patterns. You got to change your nutrition. You might have to like not go tour.
Yeah.
To get in a stable routine of doing the same thing over and over again. Your life becomes Groundhog's Day, because that's actually where the depression goes away, is when you can get up at the same time, you can eat the same foods, you can go to the gym, you could do, right? It wasn't just the music. That this was a persona that had an impact on people, and the people wanted to stay in this place. So it wasn't just music, because if it was just music, then you wouldn't see any backlash to the new music that's opposite of this. And if you're not a Christian anymore, cool. Don't put out records on Good Friday and talk about hope, and then the hope is really following your heart. I think that's mad corny to me. Personal responsibility doesn't sell. But this is an interesting point from Jack. Many people don't want to hear what will ultimately benefit them. Wow. Everything NF does is strategic. The album coming out on Good Friday. I think this is him coming back to his roots. I hope you're right. I really, really, really hope you're right. It would have been better if he was Ruslan. What? No, it wouldn't have. No, it wouldn't have. NF, God got NF where he's supposed to be. I think NF was just bringing awareness to his issue that many share. Ultimately, his music has evolved into something that is pointing him in a different direction. Maybe. I think people know that mental health is real. I think every rapper now talks about mental health. I don't think it's that cutting edge or that revolutionary of a topic. So I don't know how like groundbreaking this is. I mean, you had Joe Budden talking about this stuff decades ago in his raps. He was known as like the depressed rapper, you know. So I don't know how much I buy that, especially with shows like 13 Reasons Why. There's a thin line between awareness and enablement with these sorts of topics. There's a thin line there. So we got to be very careful with that, you know? If you are not a monthly partner here, please consider becoming one. Less than 1% of the people who watch this channel are monthly partners, and that literally moves the needle. That's the most important thing for us, is a monthly partnership with you completely revolutionizes how we do things, what we are capable of doing, the type of guests we can have on, all of those different things. So if you're not partnered with us, consider partnering with us. And so that we could also keep this platform independent and only working for you and not making commercials like this.
Our friends at Genucel Skincare have exciting news to celebrate in 2023.
Using Manscaped during my showers after workout has given me much more confidence.
And that's where Mudwater comes in.
True Classic has got your back.
All thanks to the sponsor of today's video, SayMine.com.
Established Titles is your opportunity to earn the title of Laird or Lady. Subject to credit approval, rates range from 7.99% APR to 19.99% APR, included 0.50% auto pay discount.
If you don't want us to make ads with brands you don't care about, sign up for our online community for as little as $5 a month to keep us independent and ultimately answering to you as our boss. You get all sorts of benefits like daily replays of our after party streams, exclusive access to our Discord community, and early access to our podcast interviews, all starting for only $5 a month.